cherry lovers. In our video today, we're going to show you how we made our farm in 5 years. 5 whole years, as you guys can see as we started out with these pictures. Started out with my brother cutting that tree down. We had to clear that for the high tunnel. Boy, was that work. The tree didn't quite go as expected, but we still got it done. And as you can see, we got that high tunnel out there. That's our first one. Once we got all the trees cleared and everything, we put the high tunnel up. It took us about, somewhere around 2 weeks or so. But we got that done, and like I said, it was hard work. My grandsons, they helped me put it up, and all the family members helped me put it up. So we got that one done. We still, as we pan back, as you look back beyond where the pump house is, you can see that we still haven't cleared that area for the apple trees. That was still coming on. This was, like I said, the second year of deciding we were going to go with this orchard or produce an orchard. So that's what we did. Like I said, the high tunnel took us, I don't know, maybe a month, the first one to get up after getting all of it and the garage doors on. Took about a month, but if you look back there right now, you can see that there's, look back there, that's where the apples are. There is all trees, and it was a lot of work. We had to clear that out to get before we could get the apple trees are. You know, that was 4 years ago we did that. So yeah, it took a lot of work, and we definitely did our share of clearing it, me and Joyce, because that's who cleared those woods, was me and Joyce. So anyways, then you can go in here and look at Joyce at cleaning. We were putting the mulch down and getting all the high tunnels. Look at how little those trees are. Those trees were super little inside that high tunnel, and yeah, you know, today when you look at them, they're 3 times the size. Have we gotten any cherries off them yet? No, we sure haven't. But we should have some in the next couple years. Anyways, we should have had some this year, but you know, the weather just didn't let us get them because it was so cold. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna go on. This is going to where we first started before we were getting ready to, that was 2 years ago. We were going to clean the woods out, and I'm taking you back here to show you all the stuff that needs to be cleaned, because that woods there was full of debris and trees, and where the apples are today, that was what it looked like back 2 years ago. We had to get that all cleaned. Well, I'm going to say it's more like 3 years ago, but we had to get that all cleaned, and guy was helping us clean it out. He had to quit, and so it was up to me and Joyce. So we were I was looking it all over, and I'm thinking, boy, do we got a lot of work. Plus, the following spring, we had to get that all cleaned out because the apple trees were coming. So it was like, it's a do or die situation. This has to be cleaned out. So that's pretty much what we did. So I I borrowed my brother-in-law's tractor, and believe it or not, that's the very first time I ever used a tractor. So I just thought I'd throw that in there and show you that you're never too old to learn. So, and in the next few videos going down through here, you're going to see that I finally caught on. It took me a few days, but I got it figured out. So, but yeah, I figured I'd put this in there and show you that I was a greenhorn on that tractor there. But once we got started, we got it cleaned all out, and it was, you know, that tractor has, my wife was calling it all the time, was a super termite, because we went in through there and it just pushed down trees, and we pulled trees out. And it was amazing. Joyce, here you see where we're clearing the brush, and that brush there was a lot of it. Today, looking where I'm dumping it right now, we got trees, we've got brush, we've got everything back there from when we cleared it out for the apples. It was a lot of work, and if you ask Joyce, she'll tell you it was a lot of work. So yeah, now we're going to go into the next video and see that we're starting to clean everything out. And but like I said, I like riding on that tractor right there. I wished I had it today, but money wise, I didn't have enough money to purchase that tractor at the time, so I did have it and got me a littler one. But that was definitely a workhorse, that Massey Ferguson. It worked great. If we wouldn't have had that tractor, oh man, I can only imagine the work it would have taken to get that all cleared out of there. If I had to drag all that stuff out with my truck, which that's what I thought I was going to do, man, it wouldn't have worked. And as you can see, we got all of it cleared, and now I'm digging all my stumps out. I had to get all them stumps out because that coming spring we had apple trees in about 2 weeks coming, and that they had to get out of there. I had to get that all cleaned up, leveled off, and ready for apples. And like I said, it was we were working on a deadline there. It was definitely, I think it was the spring of 2019 that we were definitely making sure that we had to get all that out of there, because if we didn't get that dead up, it was too late. And then you can see finally I got my little tractor, and boy, that's a little workhorse, and it worked hard. I tell you what, when that that big tractor Massey Ferguson broke down, the little one took over, and it took over great. And of course, I got to throw in some wildlife there. We got a turkey. It was right out in front of our house, and we got a lot of different things around the farm up there. And from time to time, you guys all know that I try to film it all. So there's the old turkey. And there you go. We finally got the other high tunnel up. There's the high tunnel number 2. That was in the summer of 2019. And as you can see, we got all of the apple trees planted. And as everybody can see out through there, all the trees are cleared, the stumps. I had a few stumps that I left, but for the most part, everything was all cleaned up, looking really good. The apples are in. As you can see, as we're progressing through the years, the transformation of the farm is really coming together, and it was really starting to show what I've had in my head for years is starting to show on the video. And then last year, as you can see, I'm putting stakes out because boy, oh boy, we're going to put that shed up. We're going to get that thing up, and I still haven't got it painted or the eaves boxed in, but that's going to be done this year. And once we get that all taken care of, then we're all done with the shed. And boy, it sure is nice to have a shed to put all the stuff in and all the equipment in, because it makes a difference. I'm telling you what. I was having to go downstairs all the time and pull all my tools out and everything. Now they're out there in the shed, and I can just go to work and not have to worry about going down the basement. Well, on this video, I'm showing you it's pretty much completed. Now it's just wonderful to have that shed. Problem is, a 14 by 14 shed. Thought I had it big enough. Not so much. I got that thing full already, and telling Joyce that I need another one. Ain't that something? Here I was all these years without one, and now I got one, and it's not big enough. I need a bigger one. It's just, I guess the more junk you buy, the more stuff what places you got to store it. But I'm very happy we got it, and like I said, with the lumber costs nowadays, we'll hold off for a little while. And here in this video, we're showing that this was the first time I put up the fencing. We were putting up the cheap fencing to just keep the deer and everything out, because I didn't want them to eat up all the apple trees. And it worked. It helped for a while. I'm not going to never say that the cheap netting that I bought helped, but it did. It didn't only last one winter. And like I say, you always learn from your experiences that I should have just went ahead and bought the better fencing and eliminated putting that in, because it would have been less work. But at the time, the costs and everything was right, so we decided, well, we'll just go with the cheaper netting, and that's what we did. But as we went along, and like I say, in the next video, you're going to see that yeah, we decided that wasn't going to work, so we decided we were going to go and put chicken wire or poultry netting all the way around, and that's what we did. But here's us putting the stakes in, and I just want to mention that if you guys look as these videos are going along, how things have progressed and changed over the years, how the farm has changed, because it has it's made a big change. I mean, you just look out there a few videos back that I have on here, you can see that that was all woods, you know, and it took me and Joyce a week to clear that out, and it was work. Trust me, it was work, but we got that all taken care of. We got it all, everything's all cleaned up now. We got the branches that you see in this video all taken out, the old fencing down. We put in the new fencing out around it. As you can see coming up here, you're going to see that we had big piles of wood that we had, I think I took out this spring 5-6 trees, big oak trees that had to be all taken down and cleared out of there before we did that. And when we come up on the next video, Joyce is showing you that, boy, oh boy, we had a lot of brush left over after we cut the trees. So we were in there showing you, she's showing you right now that, everything that has to be done. That was only 2 of the 5 trees, and those trees were probably 2.5 feet around. They were work. Each log, of course, we're still splitting them, but each log that I cut weighed about 80 to 100 pounds, one log when you cut it off there. So you can imagine how much tree was laying there and how much weight you have in an oak tree. And between me and Joyce, I think I almost made her disabled, but she got her done, and she was aching and I was aching, but we got it done. It's between the 2 of us, we argue a little bit, but we get her all done, and it turns out perfect. So between the 2 of us, we do a good job together. So yep, so we're just showing you the poultry netting going all the way around. We hadn't taken down the old netting. I'm getting ready to do that right there. And yeah, it was, like I said, we should have went ahead with along with the new fencing instead of the old fencing, but you learn from your mistakes, and that's what we've done. We've moved on, and it really looks nice with the new fence up, and boy, I've enjoyed it. And there's Joyce taking all the old vinyl netting down. That was work. That, of course, as you can see, this was this spring. This was in April and first part of May, and you talk about cold. We had cold days, and then for some reason now we got extremely hot weather. But during that time, we had to wear snowmobile suits and all kinds of cold weather gear because it was just too cold. I mean, it just wouldn't warm up, and then bam, it's warmed up now to into the 80s and 90s. So yep, like I said, a lot of learning there, putting the first netting in and realized that wasn't going to cut the mustard. And like I say, is it going to keep the deer out? For the most part, yeah. Can those deer jump over that fence? Yeah, it's only 5.5 feet, but it's a deterrent, and we're trying to keep them out as best we can. Right now, so far, it's been there 3.5 months, and I haven't seen any deer tracks or anything inside. So for the most part, is it working? Yeah. Is one going to test the fence? Oh, I'm sure it's going to be one day, but I'll put it in freezer camp. Now, this is what it looks like today. We put that fence along the edge. We wanted to have a decorative fence between the high tunnel and the barn, and that way there everything looked good on the outside. I'm putting up some posts to put some lighting and flowers up because we wanted to kind of beautify the place. So that's what we're doing here. But that's just kind of like I was showing you. We still got to paint the barn. We've got to paint that fence there. We've got some trimming to do. We got other things that but what this video was about was just to basically show you guys that what the progression was and how long it's taken us and how it's changed. This farm has changed from, like you say, you see the pictures at the beginning, and you see that we're just got 2 or 3 rows of cherry trees, and that was the start. That's all we had. I mean, that's all there was. And we progressed to putting the well down, as you can see in the picture, and now we're to where we're at today. And it's just, it has, in the last, it's been a total of 5 years how things have changed. Yes, the farm was established in 2012, but we didn't really start doing anything till about 2016 or so when we got the license. So, and And then that's when we really took off with it, and boy, has the farm changed. Like I said, in a video coming up, you're going to see the flyover that I did just the other day, and it shows exactly what the farm looks like. But yeah, like I said, we continue to grow, and every year we do a little bit more, and the farm changes, and it's amazed me just how much the farm has changed myself. Like I said, have we gotten any cherries? No, we haven't gotten any. The weather last 2 years, it's just taken a toll on the cherry trees, and you know, 2 years ago we almost lost the trees because in May it was, we had that hard freeze which almost killed the trees. But this year it was a little bit different scenario. We had all the flowers, but pollinators don't come out, bees or anything else don't come out when they're in the middle 30s, so we didn't have any pollinators. So lots of flowers, didn't affect the flowers, but it affected the pollinators. So yeah, it was, like I said, another heartbreak, but you push forward, because sooner or later, one of these years, we're going to have so many cherries and apples and stuff that we won't even know what to do with. So we just keep making the farm better and looking better, and that's what me and Joyce was doing this year, was just kind of doing cosmetic changes and make the farm look like a pretty farm, and that's what we've been doing, and it's turning out really nice. So putting lights and flowers up, and we enjoyed what we were doing, and it makes the farm look really nice and pleasant to be around. Like I said, in this final video, this video will show you guys pretty much what it looks like today. I decided I'd do a flyover to show you guys exactly what the farm looks like now as of today, and it's turned out, it's like I said, it's got a lot more I gotta do, but it's come along just fine. It's beautiful. Like you say, you're looking back there, well, when I first looked at this video, there was all that woods there was all trees. Now we've got the little apple trees out there growing, and got like a little meadow back in the back that I'm thinking probably next year you guys will see in that grassy area back there, and I'm going to pull all the stumps. We're going to plant strawberries. We're going to have strawberries, you-pick strawberries, so we're going to get them in the ground probably this fall, this summer, this fall, and it's really, the farm is really looking good. Like I said, then they got the apple trees, and we still got to do a lot of weed whacking, a little bit of weeds out around them. And then we got all of our garden in this year. The garden is really doing good. Very dry this year, so of course the well is watering the apple trees, watering the garden, watering the cherry trees between up this side of the boat. And when the thing turns around, we are also, those cherry trees right there, we will are all watering them, and then we're watering inside the high tunnel. So that little pump inside that pump house is taking care and watering all of this up through here and keeping everything alive, because we are right now in a drought this year that very, very dry. So it's doing a very good job. But like I said, you look and see that we've got a lot accomplished. I say in 5 years, the fence is up, the apple trees are in, doing good. Like I say, I'm showing you back there where we're probably going to put strawberries. That's what me and the wife talked about, and we decided we were going to go with that. So we got to get back there and start taking out the stumps and do that. And that's the apple orchard. As you can see, the back half of it I had already went through with a weed whacker and trimmed all the brush out. The rest of it has to get done, but we're getting there. Like I said, one day at a time, folks, one day at a time. So thought I'd just, like I said, take you along and show you the progression, because sometimes you watch all the videos and you really don't realize how far we've come along in basically 4.5, 5 years, but it's been a lot. Like I said, if you consider where the garden is and where the apple trees, that was all forest. And I look at that myself and go, wow, me and Joyce did a lot of work, and it just, hard work pays off. That's all I can tell you, people. Hard work pays off, and it's changing, and like I said, we're going to keep changing. And one of these days, as I've told you guys before, I plan on now going off-site. Now I got all this off. As much as I'm going to fill up, I'm going to go off-site and start purchasing more apples and cherry trees and start building the farm into the big farm that I want it. So you guys are just gonna have to keep watching and keep seeing what we got going on next. And with this flyover right here, I'm still learning my drone. Like I said, I enjoy flying, and but it's just if you watched one of my videos, you can go back and find it. I bought a real cheap video, or a drone, and went out to use it and did everything I was supposed to, and we were standing right about where the shed was, and that cod picking thing got up, took off, and went over the high tunnels and headed right off to that would be the northeast, and it kept going. It never came back. So I'm a little bit leery of this one, even though it's a DJI and it's an expensive one. Just a little bit leery of flying. I mean, once you lose one like that, you just don't know if it's going to do the same thing, which it hasn't. It never has. But like I said, you guys get to see the progression, the high tunnels, the 2 high tunnels. Don't know if we're going to get another one. We can apply for one for another 6 years if we want to. I might. It all depends. I might decide to put one way out back and put strawberries inside it. They claim that strawberries grow good inside high tunnels, so I might do that. I haven't decided yet. Like I said, there's a lot of things on my mind, a lot of things that need to get done, a lot of things that, you do a lot of thinking of what you want to grow and what you want to do. Like I said, we put that big garden in back there, and so now I'm going to take you guys through and show you, like I say, you saw the little trees when Joyce was working inside the high tunnel 4 years ago. Now you can go down through here, and as you can see, they're a lot bigger trees. They were huge last summer before we had the summer before that, before we had the freeze on Mother's Day, which almost killed these trees, but they've come back nicely. Really nice, and they're branching out again. Like I said, we had so many flowers on them trees this year, but of course it stayed cool to where our pollinators didn't come out. No bees, nothing was around because it was so cold for almost 2 weeks while they were flowering, and that's just the way it is. So hopefully next year Mother Nature will work out where the pollinators will work with the flowers, and we're going to have the trees are there and they're ready to produce, and we're just waiting for that right season and the right time of year, and we'll have cherries, and just waiting. But I'm hoping for next year, hopefully the apple trees will be up around this size and we'll be starting to get apples. So as you can see, the farm has come along, and like I keep telling you, I'm very impressed with it. I'm excited at what's going on. So on to another year, and we'll keep going, and we'll keep updating you guys. And like I said, there's more videos to come with the summer and everything that's going on. But when you look back through there and get to see just how the farm has changed, if you go back to the front and look now, major change. It's just amazing, like I said. But I just thought I'd take you a flyover. I thought I'd take a minute and make a video here and show you guys of the progression, because I've told you all along I'm going to show you progression on how the farm grows, and this is how it's growing. It's from 5 years ago. It's a major change. So I thought I'd stop by and show you guys, and like I said, it's changed a lot. It's like I say, looking down from the sky and seeing those 2 high tunnels, and looking at the garden and looking at everything there is across back through there, it amazes me. So like I said, you guys, hope you enjoy this. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. Tell others, come watch. Like I said, we got a lot that we show and do, and here in the next month or so, our vegetables will start coming in the garden. We'll start showing you guys that, and I got other things. Like I said, we're going to start planting the strawberries and clear that back there. So we got more videos coming of that. Like I said, we got camping trips coming up. I'm going to video the camping trips that we are all going to go on, and all the fishing trips we go on, because we got a lot to do that we can do up here for fun. It's just not all working. It's sometimes some play. So that's what we're doing. So as I said, like and subscribe. We enjoy you guys' company, and please come back and see us. And like I always say, you guys have a good day. I intend to. I'm gonna go in here and relax and just sit back down and enjoy life. And as I say always, have a good day. Bye now.